Yo, 2026 and the link is feeling cold. Last year is done, new story getting told. Jalen under fire, say his vision's getting tight. They say he's uncoachable, can't get right. AJ in New England, now that deal is done. Lemons got the green light, pick that number one. Benny in the coordinator, put your fears to rest. Patello playing checkers, why this dude is playing chess. AJ finally traded and the hype train's broke. Rabel's back to coaching and Ruzini's catching smoke. 10 toes down with the Eagles on the scene. Ain't no time for fakers cause your boy is bleeding green. Sources leaking stories but you know it's all cap. Coach Marcus on the mic and he's shooting all facts. Search trending topics, information moving slow. Pro fan talk, always keep you in the know. Pro fan talk. Hit the bell, that's law. Break it down from the film to the box score raw. Pro fan talk. With the real ones bar. From the birds to the league, we gon' cover it all. Pro fan talk. Hit the bell, that's law. Break it down from the film to the box score raw. Pro fan talk.
Mike was still on mute. What's going on, Panda? You first out the limo tonight, man. What's going on, you guys? What's going on? Happy Wednesday to you. All that kind of good stuff. So we got it. We got it. I always get the messages about 10 seconds later because of the delay. So we good to go. We good to go. But what's good with everybody? I see everybody in here. I see Panda in. You first out the limo. Little Griff is in. Justin is in there. We are good to go. And how was everybody feeling at practice today? Feeling pretty good? Didn't like it? Where we at with it? Based on all the reports that I saw. What's up, Ant? Based on all the reports that I saw, looks like the Patriots won the day. That's what I did the thumbnail like that. Got the iced coffee on. Got the iced coffee going. Yeah. What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? Reserved enthusiasm. That's what I say. Reserved enthusiasm. Here's what you get from practice days like this. This is why days like this are important. Days like this are important specifically because the starters play. Now, when we play the Patriots on Saturday, not going to be too many starters that are playing. You see what I'm saying? So today and tomorrow is where the bulk of the real work comes in. You're going to see how is Jalen looking against traffic? Is he running? What's Saquon looking like? What is the offensive line looking like? What do our linebackers really look like? Right now, I hear some of the talking about the depth at secondary. Things like that. You get a little bit better sense of what's going to happen with our starters. When you get to the games, our starters not too many starters are playing. Not too many starters are playing. The only starter that played last game, well, there was a couple of them, but Jahai Campbell in particular. And I'm trying to think. I know there was a couple other ones. Dontavian Wicks is probably going to be a starter. So like guys like that, you have to look at it. And I'm saying all this to say that the most important thing that you can get out of a practice day, a joint practice day, is that you actually see the starters. You can watch Cam Jerkins. I don't know how much Lane Johnson did today, but at some point in time, he's going to have to get some work. You get to see the starters go up against somebody else, which is the stuff that you don't see in the games anymore. Back in the day, the starters used to play a little bit of the first and the second game, and that's it. The last two games, because back then it was 4 preseason games back when I played. At the end of the last 2 preseason games, the starters might play one series at at the most. In the last preseason game, the starters didn't play at all. They might give you 1 or 2 offensive series or defensive series, whatever they're trying to do, and then they was out of there. If that. So even that limited action is a hell of a lot more than you see now. So that's one of the things that you can get out of a joint practice. It's not. I doubt you're not going to see Quinyon go up against AJ in the game. AJ's probably not going to play. Quinyon's probably not going to play. And now that we, they saying it out loud about the depth in the secondary, we got to get these backups as many snaps as they can get. Get them on the field as much as possible because they need it. They need it. They got to figure out what they're going to do because the last thing you want to do is put Keely Ringo back in there again. And anybody of the same caliber. So you really got to get it. Conflicting reports had a few sources saying the Eagles won today. I heard that too. But based on the reports that I saw, I was watching mostly Dave Zangaro. And plus some of the guys that I watch post. I was just watching one tonight, Inside the Birds. I always watch that podcast. And they usually got good information. They don't usually inflate it. But I mean, I can see it going either way. But for most of the stuff, when I was watching it real time and I was trying to keep up to date, thank you for that super chat, Schoolboy. When I was watching the text crawl and the social media in real time, even Dave Zangaro said, AJ Brown had a good day. Said Jalen Hurts had a couple of picks in 707 and things like that. And then he had I think 1 or 2 deep balls. One particular one was a good one that probably would have been a touchdown. So they had some good moments, but most of the information that I read said the Patriots, if you're going to deem a winner, they're going to say the Patriots won the day. And then of course, and this, I guess, I don't know why this bugs me so much. It's gotten to that point, and especially, I guess, what irks me so much is because it's always coming from Philly fans. And I've been saying this for the past 3 years, especially since the situation with AJ Brown got so tenuous. I thought a lot of Philly fans had thicker skin, man. And some of the stuff that I saw, and I'm this specifically, I'm speaking on, I saw a lot of comments about AJ Brown and his at the presser after practice. And him, he didn't get into the stuff with him and Jalen, and he talked to a couple of guys, didn't talk to many. He kept it above board and kept it simple. He wasn't trying to go down that dark path, and I don't blame him. Because you at a situation right now, no matter what you say, you're going to lose. Period. No matter what you say, he could have come off the cuff. He could have had a written statement. He could have said the absolute perfect thing, and there will be somebody out there that still don't agree with it, believe it, and all that kind of stuff. So again, all y'all old school heads in the building, y'all know war games. The only winning move is not to play. And he didn't play. And people giving him flack on, calling him a coward. He don't want to speak to what he did. And I'm like, what is he supposed to say? And this is, I guess this is the one thing with me. And it's like, AJ Brown don't owe anybody in Philadelphia shit. Especially not an explanation. That's just the real about it. He's not stupid enough to where he doesn't realize by getting into that type of conversations, you never come out on top. You will never win. Especially if all the rumors as to the real reason why, if those rumors are true, ain't no way you can battle that. So why would you even entertain that? And then people, like I said, people gonna come at you either way. You say something good, they mad at you. They say you lying. You say something bad, we knew he was like that. Everybody gonna have something bad to say about whatever it is you say. You can come up with the perfect answer and people still be pissed off. So I think he chose the right path. He didn't say much or nothing, and he played it right. We ain't trying to go down there. I'm leaving the past in the past. No, I ain't got to talk about it. And you know who pissed off about that? All the Philly fans that want more dirt. And I'm with AJ on that one. He don't owe nobody no explanation. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Jalen handled it right. AJ handled it right. Keep it moving. Devontae, did you talk to AJ Brown? No, I ain't talked to him. Keep it moving. Exactly what I thought would happen, happened. During practice, we all business. I don't need to say hello. I don't need to holler at you. He ain't Milt Williams. And he ain't gotta be. So he jogged onto the other field. He didn't say no highs and all of that kind of stuff. After practice, he was dapping folks up, had a little conversation for some of his friends and all that kind of stuff. And that's what I expected him to do. I would imagine, just to keep it professional, but maybe he won't do this. And the more I think about it, he probably won't. I would hope that at least 10 seconds he'll go over to Jalen Hurts. Don't say nothing. Just dap it up. Like, hey, man, have a good day. Leave it at that. Leave it at that. Because everybody going to throw their own spin on it anyways. They could, and the funny part is, him and Jalen could meet, dap each other up, and have all of a 7-second conversation. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Good luck out there today. Holler at you later. Peace, man. Stay up. 7-second conversation. And somebody will ask him, stick a mic in his face, stick a mic in Jalen Hurts' face, and they'll ask him, yeah, I heard you talk to Jalen. What exactly did you guys say to each other? It was a 7-second conversation. What difference does it make? They wasn't launching no profound statements. So the expectations from people, because they want the salacious, they want the tabloid, they want all of that kind of stuff. They want something to clickbait and fill up their content. It's crazy. It's ravenous. That appetite is never ending, man. And it's funny to me because I try to be real about the situation. Like, what was he going to say? And what did you expect? What did you really expect from AJ Brown today? If you thought he was going to say something, like, what did you expect him to say? And the people that I think I heard, I said this too. Matter of fact, I tweeted this. I tweeted this directly to Hugh Douglas. Where's it at? He was on with Joe Giglio on his show. And he was saying that he wanted AJ Brown to have a bad day. And he was hearing the same reports I was hearing, that the Patriots was having a better day with the Eagles. And he was trying to tell him, like, dude, it means something, but it don't mean it's not as harsh as you think, because you trying to put that extra in it. Like, the Eagles are trying to work on stuff. This is the time you're supposed to make mistakes and stuff like that. It's just the optics of it don't look good because we want to beat down on AJ Brown. And he was right. But the other dude wasn't hearing that. He was just, they getting a little, he was like, and I sent you a message, and I was like, people forget how many 4-0 preseason winners have not made the playoffs. You know how many times that's happened where somebody goes 4-0 in preseason and then get to the regular season and they look like hot garbage. So that's why you don't put too much into it. You got to have reserved enthusiasm. I want to see Devontae Smith go up and just moss somebody. Right now, though, the couple of plays that I saw with Devontae Smith is good enough for me, because you know what that tells me? He still got his speed, hamstring ain't bothering him, and he's ready to go. We know the whole situation with Grenard. Okay, let's look at that and be smart about it. I want Grenard to play too, and thank God for Vic Fangio. Thank God for Vic Fangio. We got somebody on our team that cuts through all of the nonsense and will. What my thing at? I think that was the last thing. Thank you. This is it right here. If keeping it real was a person, Vic Fangio. Vic Fangio. If keeping it real was a person, this dude right here. He says what it is. He doesn't mince words. He don't give you too much. He don't give you not enough. He gives you exactly what it is. Grenard got a worse pec injury than people realize, and we probably not going to get him back until the season starts. And in my opinion, that's okay. We'll be all right as long as we get him for the majority of the season. If he misses a game or two, I don't like it, but it is what it is. Mekhi Lemon is the same way. Mekhi Lemon don't. I'm good with you. I want to see you in preseason, but I'd rather have you 100% when you go. You'll be able to get the offense. We'll be able to get you in a couple plays here and there until you get acclimated, until you get comfortable and you get more and more. I know you know how to play the game. So, like, when I see stuff like that, just relax. They're going to get there. Now, if we in week 6 and Grenard still ain't playing, then we got a problem. If Mekhi Lemon ain't playing by week 3 or 4, then we got a problem. And even if it is a problem, what we going to do? What are we really going to do? You know what I'm saying? So, practice is great for some things, but a lot I take with a grain of salt. Yes, like it was a video that would have been a sack, or absolutely. The defensive line is pulling up. I heard reports that the run game looked good, but how do you tell if the run game looked good if they're not tackling full tilt and all of that type of stuff? So you got to take everything with a grain of salt. Great point. I agree with you 100%, schoolboy. So, it is what it is. Yeah, I agree with you. A lot of people, and it's not like, and I'm not saying this like I care about AJ Brown. Like, don't get it. Y'all know my thoughts on AJ Brown. I still say AJ Brown ain't never told a lie when it comes to that locker room. The passing game was suspect. All of that kind of stuff. He never told a lie in the locker room when it came to that. The way it manifested and some of the things he did, and then if the stories are true, all of the off the field stuff was the problem. It wasn't the on the field stuff. So, and sometimes it happens like that. Sometimes you fall out of favor. Sometimes you just, you and your boy ain't boys no more. It happens all the time. That is not uncommon. And once again, and let's just go ahead with the hypothetical, right? Let's go ahead with the hypothetical that the rumors are true of what happened, right? You got to keep that under wraps because that don't make you look good at all. That does not make you look good if you AJ Brown. If the rumors are true, you got to keep that under wraps because that does not make you look good. Because you looking at two things. Number one, you mad at your boy because you trying to make it look like he ratted you out. But it makes it look like you was cheating on your spouse, the one that you got kids with, and you tried to drag him into your nonsense. And he a newlywed. You know what I mean? So it's not a good look for him. So what you do, you got to keep it under wraps. So he was backed in the corner. AJ Brown was backed in the corner in my book. He was doing all that crazy stuff on the sidelines and all that kind of stuff. Okay, and I didn't even think that was a good look, or I shouldn't say not a good look, but I thought people made more of that than they should have been. So, I asked the question: what did people expect him to say? What did people really expect him to say or do? And did y'all just think, well, I know not y'all because y'all got some common sense, but I see some of the comments and I'm like, did y'all really think that AJ Brown just forgot how to play football? Do y'all think he just lost all of his speed? Some people were hoping when they heard that he got he was having trouble with his knees during training camp. He didn't like it was anything wrong with his knees today. So, like, again, don't believe all that nonsense. Just wait till you see it on the field and judge for yourself. Judge for yourself, because you don't know where we still dealing with sources and all that kind of stuff. And it just, no. The only thing it does is make people look stupid. Because you believe something, and then, AJ Brown, his knees is going bad. Well, he was burning folks today. You just got to wait till the season starts, and we gonna get the best of him, or he gonna get the best of us. That's the long and short of it. Lemon is already doing individual drills. Yes, he is, but individual drills is cool, man. Just I need you to get in team. It's that simple. You don't make the squad on the bench. So addition by subtraction. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I stand by that. Addition by subtraction at the time. But I'm looking at it as of today. And all of this whole thing started when I saw that dude's post, because it was the post of the AJ Brown interview, and he was like, "Coward, he should have did this, or he should have." I was like, number one, what do we care? And number two, what did you really think he was going to say? I try to be realistic about the situation. Like, he and credit to AJ Brown, he gave a perfect answer. Like, I'm up here now, so it don't matter what happened down there, because he ain't gonna win this. He ain't gonna win that conversation. He's not. And the people that get mad at it, they just still mad at AJ. And I guess I done moved on. So, if anything, the one play he had with Quinyon, isn't that the same way he dropped passes, the deep passes, when he was still here? So ain't much change. Wicks and Darius Cooper made some good plays, putting both Patriots. Yes. So you talking about that Dontavian Wicks, where he made that he planted going to the outside and cut back hard. It was a hard slant, and just I don't know who that DB was, but good grief. He left his ankles in the dust. And next thing you know, he blinked and had like 5 yards of separation right there. But that's good with the oohs and ahs, right? The problem with that is you don't know what kind of defense they're going to be in. What happens if he makes that and he runs right into a linebacker right there? Or that's the other part of that, where when you go one-on-ones, the one-on-ones are geared toward the receivers. Because there's no timing involved. There's no I don't know. That's an ego drill, is what I call it. More times than not, the wide receiver is going to win that battle, unless your quarterback is just trash. But more times than not, wide receivers are going to win that battle. And then when the DB steps up and get his hands on the ball or something like that, that's a win for the defense. But those drills are made for the offense, because they got more room. You're not worried about a defense. It's all about one-on-one. It's just like in basketball when you get somebody in isolation. 9 times out of 10, the ball carrier is going to win in a one-on-one isolation. I'm going to the rack. I can get to the rim. I got options. And it's hard for a defense on their heels to stop me. That's the same way it is with wide receivers and DBs in one-on-one. Unless the quarterback just makes a bad pass, or, throws it out of bounds or something like that. But more times than not, the wide receiver is going to win that battle. So again, it's a whole lot of salt with these plays. You got to take it with a grain of salt, man. Our blood pressure should be super high right now. Super high. And then with all of the talk that we had today, right? What happens if tomorrow, if the Eagles just whoop ass tomorrow? So what does that mean? That all that means is just the Eagles had a good day of practice. That's the only thing it means. If the Patriots won today, all it means is the Patriots had a good day at practice. AJ Brown caught some good balls. And then, of course, everybody does the same thing. Doesn't matter if you're an Eagles fan, a Patriots fan, a Cowboys fan, a Steelers fan, a Ravens fan, a Chiefs fan, a Texans fan. It doesn't matter if you're a Packers fan. a Seahawks fan, it does not matter. Every fan base does the same thing. They look at these plays in practice and they will take the most mundane thing and they will talk about it like it was the greatest play in sliced bread. They will take the most mundane thing, the most mundane route, and oh my God, look how quick he was off the line. And they just embellish so much. And it's like, just relax. They running through drills, it's practice, ain't nothing too serious. In my opinion, the one thing you can really get a beat on in practices like this, but we don't see it. The only thing you can really get a beat on is when you're looking at your offensive line and your defensive line. Because you can look at a team drill and you already know when an offensive lineman gets beat. And they run in the play because they tell them. Whether you realize it or not, when they go through team drills 11 on 11, they tell them, stay off the quarterback. Don't touch the quarterback. Don't touch them. Don't push them. Don't stay off the quarterback. Let them complete the pass. And what happens is a lot of these plays, it may have been a sack, or you may have forced the quarterback out of the pocket, or you may force them to get rid of the ball too quick. But what they end up doing is they leave the quarterback alone and they continue to play. And what happens after that is that situation immediately becomes unrealistic because that would have been a sack. He'd have been forced out of the pocket. He'd have scrambled past the line of scrimmage and try to run for it. He'd have done a whole bunch of different things. But when you're in that environment, you're trying to complete the pass because you want to see what the receiver's going to do against the DB. So you let the play continue. So immediately it becomes unrealistic. Immediately. And even when you throw on a ball that should have been a sack, that should have been a hurry, that should have been a scramble, well, now you're not scrambling. So all you just doing is sitting back, making the throw. Now, maybe you do throw on the run. I don't know. But now you ain't got nobody pursuing you. So you can take your time and, open your hips and all of that type of stuff when it doesn't necessarily happen like that in the game. Again, we got to take a lot of this stuff with a grain of salt. Patriots offensive line is putrid. Maybe would have gotten hit 21 times. Yeah. I mean, they keep them type of stats and stuff like that during the practices. It's always funny. It is what it is. Eagles offensive line created planet-sized holes on that D-line. They ran right at Milt Williams. Football starts in the trenches. Absolutely starts in the trenches. But it's hard to see. I was watching video of I got the first preseason game on tape. And I was trying to watch what's the name? Willie Lampkin. Because I wanted to see like what really happened. I wanted to see where'd it go. Yeah, I was looking at I was trying to get some footage like on Willie Lampkin. And trying to get a beat on like what was, what were we doing? Like this is the stuff that I want to see. Like I want to see Lampkin come off the line of scrimmage and get his hands and get his hips. There you go. Get around and get the hold out. The one thing that I'm liking, that I'm seeing, and this is the stuff that you can see in practice at the joint practices. This is the stuff that I'm watching. I don't really want to see how many touchdowns that they get. That's all nice and good, but I'm looking at the minutia. I want to see how we holding blocks and finishing blocks. The best thing I saw in that preseason game last week was I don't know what play it is. I know I got it on here, but Willie Lampkin finishes a block like 10 yards downfield, and he knocks his man on his ass. That's what I want to see. And I'm like, I know we already got a good backup at center. That's what I need to find out. Fred Johnson, Markel Bell, all of these guys, I need to know what they can do. because the clock is already ticking. We already on the clock with Lane Johnson. We already know what the situation is, and it's good for us because now the path is set. We know we got to get Markel Bell ready. He needs to be ready at the end of this year. He'll have his opportunities to get in there and play. And the other part of that is, do we really want him to play? Unless it's mop-up duty, I really don't want Markel Bell in the game. Because if he's in the game, that means Lane Johnson got hurt again. And I don't want to see that. I want Lane Johnson this year, and I think I said this before the other day. I want Lane Johnson to walk away from this game. That's what I want. I want Lane Johnson to walk away from this game. I don't want him to, didn't play the last 4 games because his hamstring was jacked up. I don't want none of that mess. I want Lane Johnson to walk away strong on his own terms. Nothing wrong with you. I don't want him limping off the field. None of that kind of stuff. I want him to go out swinging. But when you look at the last couple of years with him, it's like, ooh, that might be a tall tale. But we'll see. We'll see. I think our run game is going to be fine. I So, I hit the wrong one, JT. I think our run game is going to be fine. I think the offensive line, we're back to where the offensive line is head and shoulders above everybody else. And that is going to open up Saquon, because really ain't nobody really seeing what Saquon can do in practice. Game speed, Saquon is a whole different universe. And I think we're going to get back to that dude this year. Watching some of the tapes that I watched from last year, and it's like, again, me and Tone talked about this, me and Barrett Brooks talked about this, like, oh my God. Some of the stuff that Saquon Barkley was doing last year behind the line of scrimmage was ridiculous. That joker was making folks miss just so he can get 2 and 3 yards gain. Cam Jurgens was horrible. Absolutely horrible. He should have been, they should have snatched him off the field after that New York game. But for whatever reason, they didn't. I still don't have a good answer for that. But we are a totally different team when he is on, when our offensive line is on. Cam Jurgens, Lane Johnson, Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson. Those are the boys that got to stay on the field. I've said this before. Cam Jurgens is the keystone to this offense. It's not Jalen Hurts. It's not Sean Mannion. It's Cam friggin' Jurgens. Because if he don't roll, we don't roll. If he's struggling, we struggling. He has the most important role on that football field. It is not the quarterback, in my opinion. It is not Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts can't do a damn thing if he don't get the snap. Jalen Hurts cannot do a damn thing if the center does not block his man. Cam Jurgens is the keystone. If possible, would you bring back Sweat? Josh Sweat? I wouldn't mind doing that. Not at all. Familiar with the landscape. Still got some more gas in the tank. You wouldn't have to put him on the pitch count because he would only get a couple snaps anyways. But if I can get him for a couple snaps and he's still able to do what he can do, absolutely, I would throw money at Josh Sweat. Absolutely, yes, absolutely. I would. If that was a real possibility, if I'm Howie and we still dealing with the situation with Grenard, absolutely. A trade? I don't know. The Grenard thing is that is the gamble you take every time you trade for a player. That is the gamble you take every time you trade a player. Every time you draft a player. That is the gamble. Injuries are the great equalizer. They are the great equalizer. Jonathan Grenard was in the weight room doing what we wanted him to do. He was on site. He was working out. He was getting ready. And then he pulled his pec. What are you going to do? He wasn't trying to do that. It wasn't like he was at a beach horsing around. It wasn't like he was, got in a car wreck going 116. No, he was doing what he was supposed to do. And the law of averages caught up with him. Ain't really much you can do about that. That's the nature of the beast. That's part of how the sausage is made, and you got to deal with it in those situations. So I think we'll be okay. I think that's going to be a lot more reps for Nolan Smith. But I'm good with Nolan Smith and Jalix Hunt and the guys we got. Espinosa and we go at the end of the day, if he ain't ready at week 1, guess what? We still got to lace him up and play. So whoever's in there, the rule is next man up. Because last I checked, them checks still cash. So you got expectations. If you a backup, now you getting your opportunity. We still got expectations. It don't matter if you were 2 or 3. If you on that field, I am expecting you to do your job. I'm expecting you to beat your man. I'm expecting you to make that tackle. That is a reasonable expectation. I don't care where you sit on the depth chart. That's what everybody is waiting for. They opportunity. Unfortunately, everybody don't take advantage of it. That's the unfortunate part. That's the unfortunate part. There is no reason whatsoever Keely Ringo should be a staple of this defense. He had every opportunity in the world, and for some reason, it just didn't work. Just didn't work. So you got to find somebody that you can plug in that can play. And the one thing that I always try to emphasize, it is very, very easy when you stand back and you look at it and you go down the roster of every team, not just the Eagles, you go down the roster of every team. You ain't even got to know the roster of every team. You can go down the roster and you can still recognize names and you know that guy's a player. He's regular. He's regular. He's regular. He's all pro. He's all pro. They're regular. That dude right there is special. He's regular. Like, you can pick them people out on a team. Every now and then you're going to get some surprises like Zach Bond. But once they get up there, they up there. Every now and then you're going to get some surprises like Nakobe Dean. Nakobe Dean, remember they told him he was too small and all of that kind of stuff when he got drafted? They swore up and down he was too small to play linebacker, let alone a Mike. What Cat Williams say? All a real Tiger need is just that one opportunity to show somebody they ain't bullshit. This Tiger right here. This Tiger right here. Nah, Lampkin is fine, bro. Lampkin's got a natural advantage being that small. Lampkin's got a natural advantage because he's a state championship wrestler. And I know I was saying he was an NCAA champion. I was wrong. He's not an NCAA champion. He is a state champion in Florida. He won a state title, 47-0 at 285 in high school. So you don't just forget how to wrestle. In my opinion, wrestling ain't no different than a martial art. And the one thing you have to have if you are going to be a good wrestler, you have to have good feet. Willie Lampkin has got great feet. And he's got good hands, because that's the other thing you got to have when you're wrestling. You got to have quick hands. So, no, I don't necessarily think that he got to get his hands on the inside. He's doing exactly what he need to be doing. Lampkin does not have a reputation for holding. So keep doing what you're doing because it's working. He has got a natural advantage because the kid is only 5'10", 5'11". And you going up against somebody that's 6'3", 6'4", 6'5". So what happens is it's easier. That's the thing when you're talking about football, especially at the pro level. Leverage is everything. And if you naturally lower and you can get underneath somebody's pads, you automatically have the advantage. The only time the advantage is to get higher is when you a wide receiver on the outside and you trying to go up for the ball and you trying to high point the ball. Then you have a natural advantage if you're going up against somebody that high. Or like a Reek Woolen, you were 6'4" with a 7-foot wingspan defensive back. You're naturally higher than the average 5'10", 6-foot receivers. So you have the clear advantage. But for the most part, every other position, you trying to get low. If I'm a running back and I got the ball and I'm trying to get through a linebacker, my job is to get lower than him and knock him on his behind. Or shake him. Shake him good. Easier said than done. But even if you're trying to shake somebody, the only thing you can do is drop your hips, and hopefully they paying attention to the wrong thing, and you can shake them, twist them, spin on them, jump cut, whatever you got to do. You figure that out in that split second. But in the trenches, if you linebackers, if I'm a running back and I got blitz pickup and the linebacker blitzes and I got to pick him up, if I'm higher than he is, he's going to knock my ass in the dirt. I got to get lower than he is. That's one of the reasons why Nakobe Dean was so good, because Nakobe Dean was only 5'10" too. So it was very difficult, and you a 6-foot running back, it's very difficult to get lower than him. And I'm saying all that to say, Willie Lampkin has a natural advantage. His strength, his size, his speed, and he's only 5'11", going up against somebody that's 6'3", 6'4", 6'5". Very easy to stay low. And he's, again, because he's a wrestler, watch his feet, watch his hips. Watch his feet and watch his hips. The boy is a can't miss. What is the biggest concern going into the season? My biggest concern now is the secondary. That's my biggest concern, secondary. I'm not worried about the offense. Defense wins ball games. We can have a average offense, or the offense could be struggling until we kind of get acclimated to the new scheme and stuff like that, and the defense can save our ass. Some people believe that's how it happened when we went to the Super Bowl. So the defense has got to be tight. Defense has got to be tight. And right now, some of our backups, a little bit worried. Tiff, you ain't missed much. My man said, I hate Ringo. Hey, man, listen. You get what you get. You get what you get. Ain't no sense in worrying about it, complaining about it. They ain't going to cut him. So he's a good special teams player, so they're going to keep him around to do that. We just hope that we ain't got to rely on him in the game, because we've had the Keely Ringo experience before, and it just wasn't a good one. And the funny part is the kid runs a 4.3, legit 4.3. Keely Ringo is big and is fast, but for some reason that dude, his hip speed, opening and closing his hips, changing direction, just don't seem to work. So, but, all it takes is one play for somebody to change their whole outlook. It's weird how somebody could be bad, and all of a sudden a light comes on in the head, and then all of a sudden they're totally different. What's his name? Shit. Look at Brandon Graham. How did Brandon Graham last so long? when they could have cut him and wouldn't nobody been worried. But you know what? He hang around, and all of a sudden, he was regular until he wasn't. And then all of a sudden, somebody flipped the switch, and it was like, where did this dude come from? So it can happen. It can happen to Keely Ringo just like it happened to anybody else. Keely Ringo could be out there, and all of a sudden, the light comes on. And then it's like, Vic Fangio said it when he was talking about Ty Robinson, the vanilla gorilla. Said he was kind of like on a struggle bus, and he finally the light came on. And he finally playing like a draft pick. He's finally playing up to his potential. I don't know what that is. To me, I call it like athletic maturity. You get to a point where nobody can tell you when you get it. Some people get it sooner, some people get it later. The problem is some of the people that get it later, they get cut before they get it. Some of the people that were draft picks, they might not get it until the 4th year of their contract. So it manifests differently in different players, but it can manifest. And I'm saying all that to say, Keely Ringo, with all of the struggles and the Keely Ringo experience, Keely Ringo could get out there and then something clicks and he could end up being all world. The potential is still there. He's still fast as shit. He's still big and physical. So the potential is still there. I don't know if it'll manifest in him though. It's like being an X-Man. When did your mutant powers manifest? I don't know. I don't know what causes that. So we'll see. Yeah, James Harrison's a good one. Debo. What? Hold on, dog. The hips of ancient Chinese woman. I'm assuming you meant to say ancient, not anarchy, but you're wrong for that. I think we're good at safety. Y'all know I'm a fan of Drew Makuba, and Marcus Epps is solid. We ain't getting rid of Marcus Epps. Marcus Epps has proved he is a competent veteran. He is a good backup that could start if you need him to. He is perfect. Leave him alone. We ain't doing nothing with that. Makuba, the other guy that I'm forget, is it John? Is it Carter? Is it no? What's his name? What's the other safety's name? Trying to get him snaps. Vic Fangio said as much. We're trying to get him in there and get him as many reps as you can. You want him. He was talking about, I mentioned this, Espinosa got beat on the wheel route by the running back. And Vic Fangio was like, yeah, we need him to make these kind of mistakes. So you know what not to do. You can only learn that by getting snaps. So while we don't look great in the preseason games, these are the times that we trying to make mistakes so you can go back and correct in the film session and not necessarily just make a mistake, being able to recognize what you did, recognize what's coming, and make sure you don't make that same mistake in game. So they're looking forward to learning from the mistakes, watching the film, and all of that type of stuff. That's the way it works. Listen, people have been saying try Ringo at safety, and I agree. However, this is where I look at Vic Fangio. And Vic Fangio was not one to tell us no lies. If keeping it real was a person, and if it was as simple as moving Keely Ringo to safety, in my opinion, they would have done it already. They would have did it. How come they have not done that? They don't want to do it. Either they don't want to do it or he don't want to move. I don't know. But if it was that simple, they would have made the move already. Now, it could happen. We could get injured and all of that type of stuff, and I don't know. Or maybe they tried it before and he ain't a good safety. I don't know. But if it was as simple as everybody's trying to make it be, it is my opinion that Vic Fangio would have done it if it was that simple. So Amari Cooper. Yeah. Yeah. Put Johnny Wilson at tight end. They're trying everything they can not to get rid of Johnny Wilson, man. Because I got a feeling if they get rid of Johnny Wilson, he gonna go somewhere else and ball out. Watch. Mark my words. If they cut him, somebody gonna pick him up because ain't nobody gonna pass up on that size. He gonna go somewhere else and ball the hell out. Watch what happens. Watch what happens. So I don't know. Panda, I'm with you, dog. I am so with you, man. I am so with you. Yes, I haven't seen anything from Hollywood Brown yet. So he gonna shine Malik Willis. Gosh. Oh my God. We're gonna see what's gonna happen, man. Listen, man, everything is all good. Everything is all good. Remember. Don't pass any judgment on the team until we are going into week 4. Right? We going into the 4th game of the regular season. By then, we should have a grasp on what we are running. We should have our concepts together. We should know what type of team we are. Are we going to be a rushing team? Are we going to be a pass first team? We should be able to answer those questions going into week 4. Everybody's got tape on us by that time. So the time for catching somebody off guard because they haven't seen what we've seen before, going into the 4th week, that stuff is done. Everybody got you on tape, and we done seen it all before. And guess what? Since ain't nothing new under the sun, we all know where Mannion is getting his schemes from. You getting it from the McVay tree. So San Francisco, Green Bay, and you can put a mixture in there. So if you're trying to get ready for Sean Mannion, what's the most natural thing to do? Go back and look at Green Bay offense from 3-4 years ago. Sean Mannion got his prints all over that. That's what they're gonna do. So we got to get it right. We got to be tuned in and dialed in. So I think the advent of all of these play actions and these zone read runs, how do I say that? The new blocking scheme and just the offense in general with Jalen Hurts being under center, I think that is going to be a benefit. Jalen Hurts is going to have a lot more 5-yard passes that are going to break for splash plays. Because what's going to happen is we're going to run a lot of those play action passes. And when he turns his back and rolls out, there's going to be some times where all he's got is his check down. And Saquon or Bigsby or whoever is going to make somebody miss. And I think he's going to get a lot of yardage. 5-yard play turns into a 15-yard play. And that's a good thing to happen. And I still don't think Philadelphia understands how good this can work with a good play action game, especially when you under center. It makes all the difference in the world. I'm telling you, got to trust me on that one. And I'm saying that go back a couple years ago, go back 3-4 years ago and watch every time we play the Dallas Cowboys. Watch those games. And you watch every time they do a play action to the right and the tight end drags flat down the line of scrimmage and just kind of drifts out into space, and everybody else is going the other way following Zeke or whoever DeMarco Murray or whoever was running the fake for the Cowboys. And it works every time. They used to kill us at that. And I used to be infuriated because that's a simple concept that anybody can implement. How come we ain't doing it? When you got the baddest running back in the league, that should make our play action deadly. Are they giving you the ball? They're going to keep it. We got the best running back in the league, and we got arguably the best running quarterback in the league, and you don't run no real play action off of that? Like, come on, son. So we're going to see what we can see. We're going to see. Oh, nice. Bradbury's coaching at Camden County. Okay. I like Bradbury, man. I know he fell off that last year, but I like Bradbury. I ain't, He came in and did his job. Yeah, the O-line is looking good. Like I was saying, Art, we looking good. Cam Jurgens is the keystone. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So I think we're good, man. I think we're good. Just relax. Very interested to see what kind of day we have tomorrow. And then especially when we play the preseason game on Saturday. So that'll be fun. All right. All right, man. I'm about to land this plane and get up on out of here, man. Y'all know my new rules right now? The new rules say, tell your people you love them while they're here. And I'm going to land this plane. However, comma, the chat is still going to be open. I'm going to play my music. I'm working on new animations too. Right now. I still be rocking that. But I'm working on some new animations with some new cities and stuff like that, man. So I'm getting it done. But y'all stay tuned. Keep watching the social media because I'm gonna be on this again tomorrow. Yeah, it's here now. I'm like we oh, by the way, August 28th is the game against the Bengals, correct? Is that the 27th or the 28th? I think that's the 28th. I will be there. I will be at that game. I will be part of the alumni on the field. If they do the same thing that we've done for the last couple of years, they get all the alumni on the field. We wave to the crowd, and then we line up on both sides of the tunnel, and we kind of clap the guys as they coming out of the tunnel. I always get awesome footage from that. So that is what we'll be doing on the 28th. I will be at the link. Trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I might try to get there early because I know it might be some people doing tailgating and stuff like that. So I might try to go down there early and get some content in and around the stadium. But I will be there. I'll be on the field. I'll be walking around. Pre-game. Obviously, I love when we play Cincinnati. That's my hometown. That's my home city. So I just love seeing the Bengals. So that should be fun. But if anybody gonna be down there for the Eagles game and you see me on the field, holla at me. I'll come over, take a picture with you, bring some of the guys with me, for sure. But that's always fun. I always look forward to it. And we gonna see. So I'm gonna get up on out of here, man. Y'all have a good night. And I'm gonna talk to y'all later. All right. Y'all be good. Peace.